The following is a sports presentation of Q100.
Springs Valley High School basketball's on the air. WFLQ Q100, the sports voice of the Valley, presents exciting play-by-play coverage of Springs Valley boys high school basketball. Tonight's game between the Springs Valley Blackhawks and the Cannelton Bulldogs being brought to you by Razor Chiropractic in Paoli, the natural way to good health. 33 Brick Street, good food in a legendary atmosphere in downtown French Lick. Springs Valley Bank and Trust with offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper. Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, and by Smithville Fiber, now offering DSL and fast internet service to customers, another way to serve you better. And now Springs Valley High School basketball is take you courtside to Q100's Mike Hamilton.
Center in downtown Cannelton, Indiana. This is Springs Valley High School basketball, where tonight the Blackhawks will try to put an end to a brief two-game skid as they take a 10-4 record into play, meeting potential sectional foe Cannelton with a record of 5-13. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton being proud to have you along for tonight's broadcast, as Valley would just as soon like to forget last weekend. A double loss Friday night, an 18-point defeat at the hands of Paoli, and then to Northeast DuBois, they suffered a 3-point loss to the Jeeps at 45-42. The final of what should have been a 6-game road trip for the Blackhawks, but with the West Washington and Shoals games being postponed and moved to later in the year, it will only end up being a 4-game road trip. The Hawks, however, will be happy to get home tomorrow night when the Tell City Marksmen come to town. These Cannelton Bulldogs sport a record of 5-13, but their wins have come all against either schools in Kentucky or two Christian schools. They will, if they are unsuccessful in defeating Springs Valley tonight, they will have a chance to beat their first Indiana public school, as they will host Medora tomorrow night. It was homecoming earlier this evening. The homecoming king, the center on this Cannelton team, Ethan Melton. They always have a tradition, apparently, where they take a gold basketball and he drives in to lay it in. Unfortunately, he missed that, but he did get his own rebound and put it back up and in. We'll see if that is a good or bad omen for the Bulldogs here tonight. Hawks have never lost in this building. They are 6-0 all time against Cannelton, and they lead in the overall series at 10-1, including having won the last 8 contests in succession. Valley looking to bounce back after a couple of losses last weekend. They'll take on a Cannelton team that also is on a 2-game skid, having lost to 2 Christian schools, Columbus and Madison, both on the same day, and both with narrow losses, one by 2 and the other by 3. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Michael Leachman on the Springs Valley Basketball Report. He'll join us after these words. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
It's 2018. Is your 2018 New Year's resolution to find or refinance your forever home? Will you start planning for retirement? Are you preparing to open a business? If so, Springs Valley's team is here to enhance your financial quality of life. Visit svbt.com, call 800-843-4947, or stop by any of our banking centers to learn more about the many products and services Springs Valley has to offer. Let Springs Valley Bank and Trust make 2018 your best financial year yet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leachman as the Blackhawks go on the road to face Cannelton. Well, Coach, as we go back to last weekend, two tough opponents that you had to go up against, both of them on the road. Paoli Friday night, coming back with Northeast DuBois then on Saturday. Just talk about the weekend in general and how you felt the guys played overall.
Well, going into the season, that weekend's always circled on your calendars. And especially this year, going to Paoli and to DuBois back-to-back, that's tough. Paoli and Du Bois both have good teams, but even when they don't have a good team, it's going to be a tough little road trip for one weekend. So we knew going in that game it was going to be tough, but I thought for the most part I know we had good effort. It's just I think Paoli game we just could not find a rhythm. Just how the game was played, it was hard to find a rhythm. Then the next night, I thought we played really well for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, it looked like it was we just looked out of it. First time I've ever seen this group like that, and we just got to have a little bit more toughness. A lot more toughness. That whole weekend comes back to toughness. It's not that we're not skilled or talented or good. We just got to have a little bit more toughness, and we were challenged this weekend, and we're going to get challenged. We saw some things this weekend that we haven't saw as a group yet. So that's the good thing about the regular season. It gets you get exposed, you find out what your strengths are, you find out what your weaknesses are, and you learn to get better from them. So come tournament time, you're ready. Because, I'm a very competitive person. I hate losing, but I will trade those 2 losses to make us better and have a better chance of making a good tournament run. Which I think both these weekends, even though it didn't look good, we got better from these weekends because we know what we have to do now.
Was it disappointing from the standpoint that with your first 2 losses, Salem, you bounced back with a solid game against Lagodi, and then you came off the first Paoli loss with a great game against Crawford County, and maybe not so much on Saturday night following that Paoli contest?
Not disappointed. You think about it, we did respond well and play really well those games, but we also had 5 days in between them, 4 days in between them. This game, it was the next night. So we'd never really been in that situation before. Back-to-back games on the road after a loss, and then turn around the next day and going again. It's not an excuse, but that's just that's how I look at it. I'm not disappointed. It's kind of just given us we haven't really been in those circumstances before. But if we don't respond this weekend, I will be disappointed. But we'll be fine. We had a good week of practice. Had a heart-to-heart Monday. Had a bad practice Tuesday. Had a really good practice Wednesday and Thursday. Our kids will respond. Our kids are tough. What you saw last weekend isn't us. We'll get back to ourselves.
All right. Coach, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. I was going to have you go over the way the week has gone in practice. So rather than have you describe it in general, were there some particular things that you concentrated on here this week?
Individually, we talked to each player kind of what they saw this weekend and what they can do to get better going forward. As a team, we thought our offense looked really stagnant this weekend. And usually, if you notice on layoffs, on long layoffs, usually what gets affected the most is our ball movement. During the West Washington, New Washington games on the tournament, we had those 12 days off. Our ball movement was really bad those 2 games. And then we had the snow break, had a long time off. Paoli and Du Bois, our ball movement was real stagnant, not really moving. So we spent a lot of time on ourselves this week, offensively, getting back in our rhythm. We put some stuff we did a little bit last year, we put in again just to kind of get some more screening going and just some different looks, especially when teams are denying Christian and denying Braden a lot. We want to have something that we can go to and maybe make it a little bit easier to get them open and get them a good look. They're obviously our 2 best scorers, but the thing is, we've got Jackson, Zach, Ryan, and they can really fill it up. So we got to get their confidence up and get them going again, which they'll be fine. And then, Cole scored some points off the bench this year. And Mac had a really good weekend against Paoli scoring the basketball. And Isaac will come in and do a lot of good things defensively. So we kind of talked to him about individually what they needed to do going forward. And as a team, we did some different things. But we focused on offense. Defensively, I thought we had a really good weekend. If you look at the Du Bois game, we gave up 45 points. 19 of them were points off turnovers. So we just got to shore up the offensive end so we don't have those bad turnovers. We only to take away the turnovers, we get 26 points against them. You look at the Paoli game, they scored 63. 6 of them were free throws when the game was over at the end. 1 of them, they passed in a three-pointer. Another one, they hit a three-pointer with 2 guys on them in the corner in the buzzer. And so there's 6 points right there. So you're looking at about 53 points to Paoli, 51 points to Paoli, who's averaging 73 a game.
Coach, what can we expect from this Cannelton team tonight?
You can expect the Melton kid to be able to shoot. He's a really good shooter. He's a senior. He, in my opinion, is probably their best shooter, best scorer. But really, just what you should expect from us is, toughness, effort, ball movement, and just positive energy. Like I said, we spend a lot of time on ourselves. Sometimes teams get worked up in opponents, and we kind of forget about ourselves. So we're just worried about ourselves tonight, but you can expect to see a good, positive, high-energy Springs Valley team tonight.
Any other keys that'll be important for the guys tonight?
Yeah, taking care of the basketball. We got to get back to that. Over the weekend, we did not have a good weekend doing that, and early in the year, that was a strength of ours. Moving the basketball, defend the three-point line on the defensive end, and rebound. We got to get back to dominating the boards. This weekend, we weren't real great on the boards as well as we should be, So we got to get back to rebounding. Rebound, take care of the basketball, defend at a high level, move the basketball on offense, and everything will be all right.
All right. Hopefully that'll all play out. Coach, thanks as always for joining us. Go out and get them.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And this has been the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leedsman as the Blackhawks take on Cannelton. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
This is Springs Valley's senior guard, Zach Karn. Your power station for Blackhawk Sports is Q100 WFLQ.
Joined now by the head coach of the Cannelton Bulldogs, Mike Snyder. And, Coach, we appreciate you spending time with us. If you would, as your team comes in tonight, a record of 5-13, just talk a little bit about how the season's gone for you and the boys.
Well, we've made some progress. But at the same time, and I told our boys all week, too, I don't think we've played our best basketball of the year by far, not even close. With that being said, I don't know that we'll play it before the year's out either. And while we've made that progress, like I said, I really think that our kids have a different level that we haven't gone to yet. It may be next year before we get to that point. But our kids are making progress. I feel like we are in a position to start competing in the sectional compared to years past. And tonight's going to be a good test for us. We're not going to get a tougher opponent than we'll see tonight in the sectional.
As you look through your schedule, it's kind of been a mixture of Indiana schools, public schools, and some private schools as well. And you kind of look at what you have left down the road as we head into the final month of the season, and you got to think some winnable games. And does that kind of help keep the kids going and their attitude stays good?
Definitely. And, I feel like we have a really good mix of teams and schools that are consistently our caliber, and then some that are a challenge for us. And even some of those are the same size. They're 1A schools, too, and we play some 2A schools as well. But our kids, and I've really tried to impress this upon them in the 4 years that I've been here, is if we take care of the things that we need to take care of, our opponents should have far less to do with our success than what we do. So if we take care of business, we're going to have an opportunity to compete. We're going to have an opportunity to win some ball games. And we still have that yet this year. And we've let some slip that we probably felt like going into them that we were a little better on paper. But that's why you play the game. And on the flip side of that, with those kind of ball games, coming into a game tonight when you're playing a team that's played as well as Valley has all year, you can use that on the reverse for our kids to say, hey, they may not show up tonight the way we haven't showed up in the past. And if we do and they don't, man, we might get them.
Coach, talk a little bit about your personnel. Who have been some of the guys who have been giving you the most contribution?
Rafe Garrett is by far our most consistent player. He's the kid that we look to offensively, especially to really drive our offense. And we list him as a guard, not really his natural position, but we don't really have a true point guard. And with that being the case, we kind of point guard by committee. So I start three guards, and I usually play three guards for the majority of the game, with that being the case, and Rafe being one of those. In addition to that, David Reed, who's a junior, he is our defensive specialist. He's really come on of late on the offensive side of the ball, too. He can shoot a little bit, but we rely on him to kind of score in transition and be our motor, if you will. So between the two of them, we rely very heavily on them on the two sides of the floor. But we've got other kids that are very capable of scoring the basketball and capable of playing good hard defense, and I've got some big kids that can rebound. So we have the kind of personnel that I feel like we can compete with just really anybody on our schedule. It's just we've got to show up and play our basketball, too.
What kind of challenges will this Valley team provide?
Top to bottom, they're going to be quicker and more athletic than we are. Consistently, we try to keep a center on the floor the majority of the time. Games like this, it's going to be difficult for us to do that because they play fast. They play that way from the tip all the way to the end. And with that being the case, we're going to have to use our big guys in situations where we feel like the game has slowed down. But when the game starts to speed up on us a little bit, we're going to have to go small, which isn't necessarily our strong suit.
Coach, what do you feel some of the keys will be for your team?
Defensive rebounding. We've got to rebound on that side of the floor. It's been a bugaboo for us the majority of the season. When we play well, we rebound. Any coach can say that about their team, but that's especially true for us. And the other one would be taking care of the basketball. Turnovers have been a bugaboo for us as well. And playing against a team that's as athletic and aggressive and quick as Valley is, they're going to turn us over. We've got to limit that. They're going to crash the boards. We've got to block them out and keep them off of them. If we can do those two things, I think it's going to be a very competitive ball game, and we may give ourselves a shot down the stretch.
All right. Coaches, we close things out. Could this possibly be a statement game for your ball club with them being in your sectional? Should you draw them, beating them tonight, or at least being very competitive, could maybe send a message?
It's funny that you bring that up. I've been talking to the kids, especially this second half of the season, about looking for that signature win. And I think for our program, not just for our season, that's the kind of win we need. And Valley's the kind of team where, while it's going to be difficult for us to do that, if we do, that is the statement game. And I think, again, it's not just for our season, it's for our program.
Coach, thanks for spending time with us. Hopefully we will see you at tournament time. In the meantime, best wishes not only tonight but on through the rest of the season as well.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate it.
And that is Mike Snyder, the head coach of the Cannelton Bulldogs, joining us prior to tonight's game as the Blackhawks take on Cannelton. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and Prince Lake.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lake, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Trent McElfresh. Don't miss a second of the action of Blackhawk basketball by keeping it tuned in here to Q100.
Before we get underway with tonight's action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Your home of IU and high school sports in the Valley. WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Tonight the Hawks are in the Cannelton Community Center to take on the Bulldogs, the 12th ever meeting between these two schools. Valley's won 10 of the 11 all-time, including all 6 meetings here on this floor. Starting lineups look this way for Cannelton at 5-13, 2-5 at home on a 2-game losing streak. David Reed at a forward, a 6'2 junior at 9.4 a game. In the middle is Ethan Melton, their veteran 6'5 center at 4 a contest. Leading scorer Rafe Garrett is one of the guards, a 6'2 sophomore at 16 an outing, and he'll be joined to the backcourt by Chris Mafia, 5'10 senior at 2.3 a game, and Jose Flores, a 5'10 sophomore at 4.1 points per contest. Michael Snyder in his 4th year, 12-75, 0-3 all-time against the Hawks. For Valley, it'll be Jackson Land and Braden Whitaker at the forwards. Jackson, the junior, at 6.1 a game. Braden, the 6'3 senior at 12 points per contest. In the middle is Ryan Tao, a 6'4 senior at 10.5 a game. Christian Tucker joins Zach Carnes in the backcourt. Christian, the 5'9 junior at 13 a game, leads the team. And Zach Carnes, the 5'9 senior at 5.3. Our officials in the game, Mark Asbury, Dave Johnson, Steve Perlman. As Ryan Tao loses the jump to Rafe Garrett. Cannelton controls it. They're in white. The Hawks are in black. Valley moving right to left here in this first half of play. With the basketball, Rafe Garrett lets fly a jumper. It skims off the rim, tracked down to the corner by Zach Carnes, and he was going out of bounds. He lost his balance, so he bounced it off of a Cannelton player and out of bounds. Just underway here from the Cannelton Community Center. It is a very, very nice facility. Land into the front court, met there by Garrett. Sends it over on the left wing to Whitaker with that wrist bandage. Right side now to Land. Now Tucker, top of the key, lets fly a three, and he rattles it home. Good start for the Hawks as Christian Tucker able to knock down a triple from out on top, and Valley is on the board first. To the baseline, Mafia tries to go in low to Melton, knocked away. Jackson Land picks it off. He gets it ahead to Tucker, drives, spins, gets it underneath the Ryan Tao, wide open underneath the basket, and he lays it up and in, and that's a quick 5-0 start here for the Hawks. Little full court pressure now by Valley, but it'll be Garrett that gets it into the front court, spins his way into the lane, scoops it up, couldn't get it to go, and Ryan Tao able to pull down the rebound. Off now to Christian Tucker, jumps it off now to Land. Over it comes to Whitaker. Braden to Carnes, high post to Tao, hands back to Zach, who drives down the lane, kicks it out on the wing to Land, gives off to Tucker, roars it down the lane, scoops it up with a left hand and in, and it's a quick 7-0 start here for the Hawks as Christian Tucker now has 5 in the contest. Again, full court pressure, almost knocked away. It is knocked away, and now what do we have? 10-second violation on Cannelton. So the Hawks, something we haven't seen much of this year, a little full court pressure, and Zach Carnes was able to knock the ball away. He couldn't come up with it, but he delayed Cannelton enough that they got called for the 10-second violation. So this is what the Hawks wanted to do, is get out of the gate strong, and so far they have. Land off the screen, drives it to the baseline, back to Tucker, can't get the three off, penetrates off now to Tao, takes it into the lane, hands off to Whitaker, he drives in, scoops it up with a left hand for two, and make it 9-0 now for the Hawks. As Valley coming out with a lot of focus and intensity here in the first 2+ minutes. Off the screen, Mafia, hands off to Flores. He'll drive it left, come back right, feeds it down low to Melton, knocked away. Melton gets it back, tries to go for the shot, and he's going to draw the foul here. It'll be on Zach Carnes, our first personal of the game, as Zach tried to provide some help side defense, and it'll give Ethan Melton 2 free throws. First of which is good, and the Bulldogs are on the board finally after second free throw spins around the rim about 3 times and drops through. So Melton successful, and Cannelton has their first 2 points at the line. It's a 9-2 Valley advantage. Carnes inside the center jump circle, hands off now to Tucker. Christian works it around right side to Land. Back to Christian on the near side, wide open for a 3, make it 2 for 2. As Christian starting out strong. And it's a quick 12-2 lead, and here's a foul as Garrett tries to get into the front court, and Zach Carnes has just picked up his second personal foul. So Zach has been prone to a little bit of foul trouble early on of late, so he'll sit now. Cole Cooper's checked in for the first time, the 5'10 junior, now at 3 points per contest. Already a double-figure lead for the Hawks. They're up 12-2 into a cutting. Mafia throws up the little runner from the right side and got it. Chris Mafia has his first 2, and that's the first field goal for Cannelton. It took him 3 minutes to get it. 12-4 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Land, front court left, works it around to Tucker. Long three. Oh, this one spins out. Rebound fought for, grabbed by Tao to a cutting Jackson. Land down the lane, and his little floater is a beauty. And Valley and Fuego out of the gate, back to a 10-point lead again, now at 14-4. Almost a steal by Tao. High post Melton works it around to Garrett, takes it to the wing, pulls up for a 10-footer, and Rafe Garrett, their leading scorer, at 16 a game, hits one from the right side. So Cannelton starting to heat up just a little bit now. nearing the halfway point of the opening quarter. Here's Land out of the corner. He'll launch a three. It's too hard. Rebound to Cole Cooper. Fakes, puts it up, no good, but he does draw the foul as Cole able to sneak his way in for the putback and was fouled, trying to go back up. First Cannelton foul of the night on Rafe Garrett, and Cole Cooper will try to earn his first points of the evening at the stripe, first of which, though, is too hard. Substitutions now. Peyton White, a 5'11 junior at 2.3, enters the lineup. He'll replace Eaton Melton. And also into the ball game comes Dakota Davis, a 6-foot junior at 3.5 per contest. Hawks counter with Trenton McElfresh, the 5'10 senior at 5 a ball game, along with Isaac Carnes, a 6'2 sophomore at 2 a game. Cole does hit the second of his free throws. He's got his first point. The Valley lead is at 9. Losing the handle that time was Davis, picked up by McElfresh. He's got Carnes ahead of the pack. Off his fingertips, he retrieves it. Off to Whitaker, down the lane, dumps it underneath the Cole Cooper, who missed it. Tries again, couldn't get it to go. The rebound yanked out of there by David Reed, and we're going to get a Valley foul, and Cole Cooper is going to pick up this personal. Cole, little frustration foul there as he missed the layup after getting a nice feed, and then fouled on the rebound. Ball tipped, stolen by Tucker. He's got Isaac Carnes ahead of the pack. Oh, and he missed it. He tried to dunk it and didn't get up high enough. And then on the other end, pass up court intended for Reed is knocked away and out of bounds by Christian Tucker. Not sure how Coach Michael Leitsman taking that. Post up Garrett in the lane. Pull up 10-footer is off the mark, and the rebound yanked out of there now by Tucker. Heading out of McElfresh. 3:10 to go in the quarter. Valley trying to reestablish a 10-point lead. They will not as Whitaker misses a short jumper. Rebound knocked away. Stolen by Whitaker. Tries to go in low to Carnes. It's stolen right back. Valley with their second turnover. And now we're going to get a timeout called here by Michael Snyder. Not happy with the way his team has gone. They've committed 4 turnovers here in the first 5 minutes. Time out of the floor. 15-6 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks off to a quick start. We'll take a break and be back with more Valley Hoops right after this.
Just as the game of basketball appeals to all ages, the same can be said of your dining experience at 33 Brick Street. Steaks are at 33 Brick Street Premium, featuring only the choicest premium cuts of USDA-certified Angus beef, but 33 Brick Street doesn't stop there. Try their mouth-watering ribs, pork chops, grilled mahi-mahi, the bird, a smothered classic chicken breast, or the Hall of Fame burger with a full pound of meat. The only tough thing about coming into 33 Brick Street is deciding what to order. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, where you get good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
This is Springs Valley Senior Center, Ryan Tao, and you're listening to Blackhawks basketball on Q100.
Valley off to a quick 15-6 start here as they'll continue to apply full court pressure. Looking to get it in is Dakota Thomas, a 5'9 junior. Got it ahead to Reed, who lost the handle. Now picked up by Garrett. He's sitting on the floor looking to get rid of it and tries to get it over to Peyton White, and we're going to have a held ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Springs Valley. So Valley's defense doing a solid job here of really creating havoc for Cannelton's ball handlers. Already the 5th turnover. Land in low to Cooper. His pass deflected. Christian Tucker runs it down along the perimeter. Baseline to McElfresh. Trenton turns. Down to the corner it goes to Cooper. Takes it to the wing. Works it in low to Jackson Land. And getting over there a step late was Dakota Thomas. And he's going to get nailed on the foul. His first, second, now on Cannelton. And the Hawks will play it in, baseline left of the hoop with 2:25 to go first quarter. Carnes has it. That's Isaac. He's the only Carnes in there off to Jackson Land, and he pops home a 3 from the right side. Jackson Land has really been lighting it up from downtown of late. 18-6, Valley with their biggest lead. Here is Davis, drives down the lane, scoops it up with a right hand and in. Dakota Davis took Christian Tucker to the bucket that time. Now a hook pass to McElfresh, works it over now to Land, 18-8. Still a 10-point lead. Here's another three by Jackson Land. This time he missed it badly. And Garrett yanks down the rebound quickly into the front court. Drives around Cooper, takes it down the lane, scoops it up, spins off the side of the rim, rebound to McElfresh. To Cooper, skip pass ahead to Tucker, drives it into the lane, pull-up jumper is blocked away by David Reed from behind. Well, none of Christian's teammates helped him out and told him that Reed was behind him, and he was able to get a piece of that. Here's Garrett against Cooper. Takes him into the lane. Little pull-up 10-footer. Spins around the rim about 3 times and drops through. So Rafe Garrett this time took Cole Cooper into the lane for his 4th point. And now we're going to get a timeout called here by Michael Leachman. He will take a full timeout. So neither coach happy with particular aspects of each other's play. And with 1:08 to go, Valley wants to talk things over. 18-10 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Hawks on top of Cannelton. Back with more Springs Valley basketball right after this.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
1:08 remaining here in the opening quarter. Hawks have led by as many as 12, but Cannelton scored the last 4, and Michael Leachman calling the timeout to try to refocus his squad. Christian Tucker has it, drives down the lane, baseline to Carnes. Isaac's jumper off the front of the rim, and the rebound pulled out of there by Davis. All of a sudden, Valley's gone cold as they hit 5 of their first 6 shots. Garrett started right, comes back left. Clears it away now to Thomas. Out beyond the arc, looks to get rid of it. Does now to Davis. Valley in a man-to-man right now. Davis off the screen, gets it to Thomas out of the corner, and his three is good. Dakota Thomas from downtown, and Cannelton on a 7-0 run right now, and suddenly Valley's once 12-point lead has been whittled to 5. 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Valley should play for the final shot of the quarter. Cannelton will get the ball to start the second period. Tucker inside the center jump circle. A little token pressure out there by Dakota Davis. 10 to go on the clock. Off now to Cooper, left side. Jumps it off to Tucker. Fakes, steps back, launches the three. It's off the rim. Rebound to Cooper at the buzzer, and his putback attempt would not go. And that's how the opening quarter will begin. Fast start for the Hawks, slow finish, and they'll lead by 5 after 1 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard, 18-13. Back with quarter number 2 in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Research Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Research Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. Check out the daily special and our 6 different flavors of cappuccino, and pick up a Marathon credit card application. Save money at the pump with the Jones Reward Card at Valley Marathon.
Cannelton has the ball to start the second quarter. Nice back cut off to Mafia, who misses a layup coming in from the left side. Hawks rebounded. And here's a foul on the other end as Zach Carnes tried to get away from Dakota Thomas. Thomas reached out and commits his second personal foul. He'll come out as back in comes Jose Flores. Hawks start the second quarter with Jackson Land, Zach Carnes back in there, Ryan Tao, Cole Cooper, and making his first varsity appearance of the year is Javon Gilmore, the 6'4" sophomore. Here's Carnes misfiring on a 3 from the left side as all of a sudden Valley's gone ice cold. Garrett, stop-and-go move to the right baseline. In low to Melton, who's back in there, turns on Gilmore, back to Garrett. He's going to be called for a traveling violation. Ball got away with it from him on the baseline drive. That is 6 Cannelton turnovers now, as David Reed returns for Cannelton, and out will go Dakota Davis. First minute, second quarter, Valley with a 5-point lead. Land on the right side, trying to post up Gilmore. Instead, they go off to Cooper, baseline to Land. His 3 out of the corner, clangs off the iron, and Reed able to pull down the rebound. Valley's missed their last 6 shots now. They still lead by 5. Here's Mafia on the right side against Carnes. Takes him to the baseline. Cross-courts it to Reed. He takes it to the wing. Bounces away now to Mafia, and we've got a whistle and another traveling violation here on the Bulldogs, who have not been able to take very good care of the basketball to this juncture. They could possibly be tied or even have the lead, as Valley's only committed 2 turnovers, 7 giveaways now for Cannelton. But Valley can't buy a basket. Baseline drive, Land underneath to Javon Gilmore. Lost it, picked it up, plays it up and in. First points of the year for the sophomore, who played significant minutes last year as a freshman and returning to the team here after Christmas, and he's worked his way into the lineup. Nice move down the lane by Reed, but he shot the layup too hard. Valley now back up by 7, trying to rebuild what was once a 12-point lead, and Jackson Land had his layup spin out, and the rebound lost out of bounds by Garrett. It'll stay with the Hawks. Jackson Land had the nice baseline drive, but he put too much English on the ball, and the thing spun 180 degrees before dipping out. Off the inbounds, Ryan Tao looking for his first basket, and he just airballed one from the left corner. Here's Flores back the other way now for Cannelton. Dribbles himself into a trap, gets it off to Garrett for a 3. It's off the rim, and Ryan Tao able to corral the rebound. 2 minutes gone, second quarter, Land to the right side. Looks, cross-courts it, and threw it away. Stolen by Garrett. He roars it the other way. 3-on-1 off to Flores, who takes it in. He missed the layup. So Cannelton missing some point-blank shots. Quickly into the front court. Land clears it up top to Carnes. High post now to Tao. Back to Jackson. He drives the baseline. Hooks it out to Carnes. Left side to Whitaker. Braden in low to a cutting Ryan Tao. He missed the layup. With the rebound to Land, back up no good, but a foul. Well, layup-itis here on both ends of the floor, as both these squads missing some easy shots. Fortunately, Jackson there for the offensive rebound will shoot 2. The foul call on Chris Mafia is his first. Jackson 5 first quarter points, and he can't get that one to go now, as Valley just 1 of 3 at the line. 5:13 to go here, first half. Second free throw by Jackson is good. He's got his 6th point of the contest. Hawks by 8. 21-13. They scored the only 3 points of this quarter after leading by 5 after 1. Reed left wing for the Bulldogs. Off the screen, roars it down the lane. Nobody picked him up, and he missed yet another layup. Boy, Michael Snyder must be beside himself, as Cannelton missing point-blank shot after point-blank shot. Down to the corner, Whitaker off now to Tao. His wing jump shot, no good. Ball tipped away nicely by Ladd off to Gilmore, who throws up a wild shot and still got it to go. Oh, he just flung it up there at the goal and got the kind bounce. Javon has got 4, and the Hawks have restored their double-digit lead now at 23-13. They've led by 12. Down the lane goes Flores, partially blocked. Loose on the floor, picked up by Flores, in low to Garrett. He misses the layup, but a foul called, and Rafe Garrett will be at the line here for the Dogs as Javon Gilmore gets nailed on this personal foul. That ball just didn't bounce Valley's way. Cannelton was able to retrieve it, and Garrett was standing underneath the basket. His first free throw would not go. Cannelton now 2 of 3 at the stripe. He'll try to bring the Bulldogs back to within 9. That one is on its way. It is good, and Rafe Garrett has his 5th point. First point by Cannelton. It took him 3 minutes and 40 seconds to get it. Into the front court, Tucker sends it left wing to Carnes. Zach all the way to the baseline. Throws it out top to Whitaker. Wide open for 3. And it's string music for Braden Whitaker as he knocks one down from out on top. The Hawks have their 4th triple of the first half, and they have restored now their 12-point lead, 26-14. Garrett deep on the right wing. Drives it to the top of the key. Won't take the shot. Now backs it out near the 10-second line. Looks to drive it on Gilmore. Takes him into the lane, and I think we're going to get Javon here on the personal foul. They isolated Garrett on the lane there and let him take it right at Javon, who will pick up his 2nd personal foul. And it's just the 15th foul on Valley, so no free throws here as the ball comes in. Stolen away by Zach Carnes. He's got Braden Whitaker ahead of the pack, and Braden takes it in for the easy layup. So Hawk defense really rising to the occasion now. We played 4.5 minutes of this second quarter. Just 1 point here for Cannelton. Down the lane goes Garrett. He overshot it on the rim, and there's a foul on Trenton McElfresh. David Reed came down with a rebound in the paint, and Trenton just a split second slow getting to the ball, bumped into him, and McElfresh has his first 16 foul, so the next one will put Cannelton into the bonus. And the inbounds pass stolen by Braden Whitaker. They tried to go down in the corner to Garrett, and Whitaker was right there to pilfer the pass. And then as he tried to go back to Zach Carnes, it was knocked away. And now Michael Snyder will take a 30-second timeout with the Hawks leading by 14 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard at 28-14. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. First of a back-to-back tonight for Michael Leachman's squad. They'll finally return home for the first time in some 22 days tomorrow night as Tell City comes to town. The marksman going into tonight's action with a 9-5 record, so good test for Valley tomorrow night. Here they lead Cannelton by 14, coming up on 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Carnes right wing off the Gilmore screen, looking for the pick and roll. Instead, Zach takes it into the lane, missed it. Rebound fought for, and I think Javon just committed his 3rd personal foul. Good hustle foul, or a good hustle play rather by Javon, but he was a step slow, and Javon has just picked up his 3rd personal foul here, and Michael Leachman has no choice but to put Ryan Tao back into the ball game. That is the 17th foul on the Hawks, and will put Jose Flores to the free throw line now to shoot a 1 and bonus. And the free throw would not go. McElfresh able to corral the rebound for Valley. Hawks sitting on their biggest lead of the night at 14. They've scored the last 5. Whitaker right wing. Drives it to the baseline. Back out of the wing to Tucker. Wide open for a 3, and he knocks down his 3rd of this first half. Boy, Christian Tucker doing it all again. He felt like he didn't have a very good game against Northeast DuBois last Saturday, making up for it here now. He's already in double figures, and the Hawks now up by 17. Garrett to the foul line, pull up 15-footer, no good. He got his own rebound, hands off to Flores, who tries it into lane, runs right over Trenton McElfresh, and they're going to call the offensive foul. Good job there by the Valley senior to take one for the team. Flores will pick up his first personal foul. That's also the 10th Cannelton turnover. Valley's done a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball, as they have only turned it over 3 times. 2:15 to go here in the half, as Valley stretched the lead out now to 17. Whitaker baseline right. Throws it out of the wing to Land, into the lane, pull up 10-footer, would not drop. Rebound grabbed by Garrett, and McElfresh stayed behind to try to defend, and he's going to get nailed on a personal foul. Last thing you want as a coach to foul somebody 80 feet from the basket. So Rafe Garrett back to the free throw line. That is the 8th team foul, so this will be a 1-and-1, and now McElfresh with those 2 personal fouls comes out. Cole Cooper is back in. Garrett 5 points thus far, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and this free throw hits the front of the rim and has enough to crawl over. So that'll end Valley's streak at 8 points. Second free throw, no good, and Ryan Tao high above everybody for the rebound. 31-15. Bulldogs still do not have a field goal here in this second quarter, as we're under 2 minutes to go in the period. Here is Carnes off the screen, takes it down the lane, tries to go down low, tipped away, and stolen. Cannelton out of there with it. Here is Reed on the right side, gets it down to the corner now to Flores. Got away with a travel, works it over now to Davis, and threw it right into the hands of Christian Tucker, who's on a break to the other end, scoops it up, and scores. Good anticipation by Christian there to pick off the pass and roar it back the other way. 13 first half points now for Christian, and it's an 18-point Valley lead as they're starting to take control. Here is Davis, gets it off now to Thomas. Perimeter left, slides off the Garrett screen, goes back to Rafe, turns on Zach Carnes and plows him over, and it's an offensive foul on Rafe Garrett. They list Garrett at 175 pounds. Zach probably soaking wet, doesn't go much over about 140, and that was a tough one there for Zach, but he hung in there as Garrett will pick up his second personal foul. That's 2 charges in the game now for the Hawks, with 1:04 to go before intermission, and the Hawks have a chance to push this lead up to 20 or more. Bounce pass right wing, Land. Top of the key to Tucker. One dribble down to the corner to Cooper. He's going to try to light one up from the corner, but his 3 is off target. Rebound grabbed by Flores. Back the other way, baseline to Reed. He takes it in on Cooper, and this time they're going to call the block here on Cole. Reed tried the baseline drive that time, and the officials ruled that he was not set. So Cole picks up his second personal, and that will send David Reed to the free throw line to shoot 2, the first of which he's able to rattle home. Only the 3rd point of the quarter for the Bulldogs. All of them have come here at the stripe. They are 3 out of 6 and make it 3 of 7. That one's no good, and Cooper able to corral the rebound. So Valley with a 17-point lead. Half minute to go before intermission, as we'll see if the Hawks want to play for the final shot of the quarter. Both Carnes in there. Isaac's got it out between the circles, drives it, jumps it off to Tucker, trying to shake and bake with 18 seconds to go. Left side to Zach Carnes, back to Tucker. Christian backs it out, and a whistle, and what do we have? A timeout, I believe, called here by Michael Leachman. So he'll spend a 30-second timeout here with 11.1 seconds to go here in the second quarter, as he will draw up the play that he wants his team to run here in the final seconds of this first half. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the Salad Bar Lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. Hey, don't forget, varsity girls sectional tickets are available now until Tuesday, $10 in the high school office. And, of course, the Lady Hawks Open sectional 64 play Tuesday night as they take on Tecumseh. 7:30 the scheduled start. We'll be on at 7:15 for that. 9 seconds to go, and here's a foul on the drive by Jackson Land. They'll get Dakota Davis on this one. Davis has his first. Thought maybe Cannelton had a foul to give, but they do not. That's the 17th foul. So Jackson will go to the free throw line now to shoot a one and bonus with 8 and 6/10 seconds to go here in the quarter. And he fires the free one up good. And Jackson quietly having a solid first half. He's got his 7th point. Braden Whitaker has 7, but Christian Tucker leading the way with 13. Second free throw, perfect as well. Hawks lead it by 18 now at 35-17, 4 seconds to go. Here's Davis, had his pass tipped, picked it up himself, and misses the shot, and that'll do it for this first half of play. So Hawks started out strong with the first 9 points, had a bit of a lull late in the opening quarter of play, but recover, and they outscore Cannelton 17 to make that 16. Yeah, they had 17 on the board. I was trying to figure out where they came up with the 17, so always trust your own judgment and not that of the scoreboard. So it is indeed a 35-16, 19-point advantage for the Hawks here at the half on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. We'll start our halftime activities when we come back. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Attention cord cutters. Have you switched to streaming TV services only to discover your internet speed isn't cutting it? Make your streaming TV experience seamless with Smithville's Fiber Internet, the best for streaming TV, movies, videos, and more. Smithville Fiber is prepared for today's technology as well as whatever tomorrow brings. Be more than a cord cutter. Be on the cutting edge of internet. Visit switchtosmithville.com today to learn more or call us at 800-742-4084.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Research Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Research Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. Check out the daily special and our 6 different flavors of cappuccino, and pick up a Marathon credit card application. Save money at the pump with the Jones Reward Card at Valley Marathon.
This is Springs Valley boys basketball coach Michael Leaksman, thanking you, our fans, for your continued support of Blackhawks basketball all season long.
We welcome you back to the Cannelton Community Center, where at halftime, Springs Valley has rolled out to a 19-point lead on the host Bulldogs at 35-16, doing it mainly on the defensive end as they held the Dogs to just 3 free throws in that second quarter of play. They got out of the gate strong with the first 9 points and scored 13 of the first 14 in the second quarter, and they have been able to take command of this basketball game through 2 quarters. So let's take a look at the scoring for Cannelton. They're being led by Rafe Garrett. He is their leading scorer on the year. He's got 2 baskets and 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Dakota Thomas has a 3-point basket for his only field goal and points, 2 each from Chris Mafia on a field goal. Ethan Melton has a pair of free throws. And Dakota Davis also has a basket for 2. David Reed was 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Jose Flores started, did not score, and Peyton White played off the bench for the Bulldogs. He also did not tally. 2 fouls each on Rafe Garrett and Dakota Thomas. Nobody else for Cannelton had more than 1. For Springs Valley in the first half, the Christian Tucker Show is getting rave reviews. He had 5 field goals, 3 of which were from beyond the arc, so 13 first-half points for the Valley Junior. Plenty of support behind him as Jackson Land has tallied 8. One of his 2 baskets, a three-pointer, and he was 3 of 4 at the line. 7 out of Braden Whitaker, one of his 3 buckets from downtown. Off the bench, Javon Gilmore making his first varsity appearance of the year. Had a pair of field goals for 4. Ryan Tao, a basket for 2. And Cole Cooper hit 1 for his only point. Zach Carnes starting, and Trenton McElfresh and Isaac Carnes off the bench have yet to score for Valley. 3 fouls on Javon Gilmore, so that's something he'll have to work on to make sure he minimizes that to stay in ball games. 2 each on Zach Carnes, Cole Cooper, and Trenton McElfresh. Those were the only 4 that committed any personals there in that first half of play. Valley led 18-13 after 1. They outscored Cannelton 17-3 in the second quarter, and they have their biggest lead of the game of 19 now on the Fast Eddie scoreboard at 35-16. We'll take a break and continue with more of our halftime activities from Cannelton in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Just as the game of basketball appeals to all ages, the same can be said of your dining experience at 33 Brick Street. Steaks are at 33 Brick Street Premium, featuring only the choicest premium cuts of USDA-certified Angus beef, but 33 Brick Street doesn't stop there. Try their mouth-watering ribs, pork chops, grilled mahi-mahi, the bird, a smothered classic chicken breast, or the Hall of Fame burger with a full pound of meat. The only tough thing about coming into 33 Brick Street is deciding what to order. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, where you get good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
It's 20 Great Teen. Is your 2018 New Year's resolution to find or refinance your forever home? Will you start planning for retirement? Are you preparing to open a business? If so, Springs Valley's team is here to enhance your financial quality of life. Visit svbt.com, call 800-843-4947, or stop by any of our banking centers to learn more about the many products and services Springs Valley has to offer. Let Springs Valley Bank and Trust make 2018 your best financial year yet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Take control of your internet service in 2018. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you will automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or use data caps. So if you're ready to take control with the region's best internet, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best available speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
Here at Cannelton, Valley with a 19-point lead on the Fast Eddie scoreboard at 35-16. And as we said, They have done it with defense as they have held Cannelton to just 25% shooting through 2 quarters, 5 of 20. They didn't take many threes. 3, they hit 1, and they were 4 of 17, just 24% from inside the arc. 5 of 9 at the foul line for 56%. Meanwhile, Hawks 42% across the board. 8 of 19 from 2-point range, 5 of 12 on threes, and then, of course, overall 13 out of 31. They were 4 of 6 at the stripe. Also, the Bulldogs have committed 3 times as many turnovers, a dozen for them, just 4 for Valley through the first 16 minutes of action. So Valley jumped out to a 12-point lead, let Cannelton score the final 7 of the first quarter to get within 5, but it was a take-charge quarter for Valley in that second as they outscored Cannelton 17-3, and they'll have a 19-point lead when the second half starts in just a moment. On the Fast Eddie scoreboard, again, it's Valley on top of Cannelton 35-16. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
About set to begin the third quarter here at the Cannelton Community Center. Valley up 19. Hawks will get the ball to start the third. They'll be moving now left to right. They're in their black uniforms. Cannelton is in white. Land down at the corner now to Tucker. Works it in low to Tao. Backs his way in. Throws it out of the wing to Land. Gives off now to Tucker out beyond the arc. Cross-courts it to Braden Whitaker. Almost a turnover there, but Braden able to recover. Back to Tucker right side. Christian drives it down the lane. Kicks it baseline to Carnes. Up top to Whitaker. In low to Tao. Little jump hook from 3 feet away. No good. Rebound battle 4. And it is Garrett that comes out of there with it now for Cannelton. Against Land. Picks up the dribble. Free throw line to Reed. Takes it down the lane. Scoops it up. And there is the first basket for Cannelton since the first quarter. They went more than 9 minutes without a field goal. 35-18. Here's Tucker, open left wing for 3. Yes, indeed. Oh, Christian Tucker loving this building. He drains his 4th triple of the night. He's got 16 in the contest, and it's 38-18. A 20-point Valley advantage, their biggest of the evening. Out front, Mafia works it in low to Melton. Ball knocked away, loose on the floor, and we'll get a held ball. The arrow, though, will keep it with Cannelton. Hawks getting close to 50% from three-point range, and that is an outstanding percentage. Off the inbounds, it comes into Garrett. Down to the corner, Reed fakes, drives the baseline, and, it looked like he got stuffed by Ryan Tao, but Ryan apparently got too much of the arm of Reed. And Tao will get his first foul of the contest. And David Reed heads to the line now to shoot a pair. Again, Hawks home tomorrow night against Tell City. That will be a normal start. Normally we split the time difference with those in the central time zone, but because it is on Saturday, that'll be back to a regular 6 o'clock JV start. Second free throw, no good, and they're going to call the violation on Reed. He knew it was off target, and he jumped across the line a little bit too soon, so the violation will give the ball back over now to the Hawks. We've played a minute and a half of the third quarter. Valley has pushed the lead up to 20. Land on the right wing. Off the Tao screen, pick and roll. Ryan down to the corner to Braden Whitaker. Let's fly a 12-footer and gets nothing but the bottom of the net. They'll light it up from the 40-18. It's a 22-point lead. And ball knocked away, and they're going to say it is off of Cannelton. They tried to go to Melton in low, And I thought maybe a Valley player, and the officials ruled no, and the Hawks will get it. Cole Kerr is back in. Braden Whitaker is on the sideline. Nothing but smiles from him. His coach, Michael Leitzman, as well. Here's Tucker right side, up top now to Karn. Zach drives it, kicks it off to Land. He'll try a three from the left side. It wouldn't go, and Rafe Garrett able to pull down the rebound now for Cannelton. He'll roaring into the front court, takes it left wing, in low to Melton, turns on Tao, and then a little help side defense from Cole Cooper. And I think, are they going to get Cole or are they going to get Ryan Tao? Nope, it'll be on Ryan. And he has picked up his second foul, both here in this quarter. Common foul. It'll be out of bounds to Cannelton and underneath their own hoop. In low, it goes off to Mafia, and he missed the point-blank layup from the right side. Now Carnes roars it back the other way. Stop and go move. Baseline to Tucker. Can he hit another one? Didn't get it this time. Rebound grab, though, by Ryan Tao. He'll go back up for a 15-footer. Jackson Land the rebound and low to Christian Tucker, who had trouble controlling it. Gets it off to Land. Back to Zach. He'll launch from downtown. He left that one short. Rebound to Garrett. And as he tried to come back the other way, Jackson Land able to poke it away from behind. So that time a flurry of shots, and the Hawks not able to get any of them to go. And being a little more trigger happy when you've got a 22-point lead. Here is Mafia, returns the pass to Flores on the left side. Valley has gone zone now. They have been mostly in man-to-man. Off now to Flores. He'll try a three. It would not go, and Christian Tucker the rebound. Shuffles it off now to Carnes. Zach quickly into the front court. Left wing now to Land. Jackson hooks it down to the corner to Cooper. Here comes a three. It would not go. And Ryan Tao able to pull down the rebound. Takes it down the lane. Scoops it up off the glass and in. Nice move by Ryan Tao as he grabbed the rebound and then just took two giant steps into the lane, threw up the little runner, and banked it home. 7 straight now for the Hawks, and their lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's up to 24 now at 42-18, nearing the halfway point of the quarter. Ball knocked away from Garrett by Cooper. Here comes Tucker. He'll take it all the way to the goal. Scoops it up and in, and the Hawks are back rolling once again here, thanks mainly to their defense, as Cannelton has only scored 5 points since the first quarter, and we have played 12 minutes since then. On the left side, Mafia can't get the shot off. Out front it comes to Flores. Whips the pass down low, intended for Reed, and it's intercepted by Ryan Tao. 15 Cannelton turnovers. Carnes back the other way. He's being ridden all the way up the court by David Reed, who will pick up the personal foul. It'll be his first and just the first on Cannelton here in this half. And we're going to get another timeout here, this time called the Bulldogs. It comes with 3:45 remaining third quarter. All Valley here tonight. They have run the lead up to 26 now at 44-18 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Back with basketball right in.
Just as the game of basketball appeals to all ages, the same can be said of your dining experience. Steaks are at 33 Brick Street Premium, featuring only the choicest premium cuts of USDA-certified Angus beef. But 33 Brick Street doesn't stop there. Try their mouth-watering ribs, pork chops, grilled mahi-mahi, the bird, a smothered classic chicken breast, or the Hall of Fame burger with a full pound of meat. The tough thing about coming into 33 Brick Street is deciding what to order. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, where you good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
You're listening to the 6,000-watt sports voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton at the Cannelton Community Center, where the Hawks are rolling along and chalk up 2 more as they found Ryan Tao out of the timeout down in the corner, and his little baseline 12-footer perfect. Got 6, and the Hawks, after giving up the first basket of the quarter, have scored 11 straight as they work it in low to Garrett. His shot off the back of the rim, and Zach Carnes out of there with it. Quickly ahead now to Cole Cooper. He takes it in underneath the basket, scoops it up and overshot it. Zach Carnes tried for the weak side rebound, could not come up with it, and boy, Cole again, if he had just gone up right away, he had Dakota Thomas coming in. I think if he had just run it right to the goal, he would have outraced him. Instead, he tried to stop and fake it and overshot the goal. Still Valley by 28 now. Top of the key, here is Davis. Tries to go down low, and it's knocked away again by the Hawks. Those little passes will not work. Now, this time Cole able to roll one up and in as another transition basket for the Hawks. And 2 more points off of a Cannelton giveaway. And suddenly the lead is now 30 for 28-18. Thomas will try a long three and bury it again. He had one in the opening quarter of play, and he got one again there. 48-21, so Thomas off the bench has got 6. Just the second field goal since the first quarter. He will light it up from the left corner. So back off the snide with his first bucket as it's raining threes here. 51-20 minutes, 2 minutes to go now. Third, Thomas can't get the three off. Almost had his pocket by land. Thomas gets it back. Davis at the point goes back to Thomas. Up another three. Oh, he got it again. Unbelievable. Dakota Thomas full of the night. Now Isaac Carnes tries a three. Skips off the rim. Jackson Land tried to save it from going out of bounds and could not. And now substitutions here. We'll send in a couple of substitutions. Minute 35 to go here in the third quarter. Down to the corner, Reed, and he's going to be called for the continue for Trenton McElfetter and draws contact, and they will call the foul here, and I think they got Peyton on the first foul, so Peyton will pick up his first. And Fresh now will shoot the first free throws of the quarter for the Hawks. For 7 at the line on the... And Trenton now has his first point contest. The lead to 29, as high as 30, and a minute 20 to go into the front court. Right out Davis sends it over now to Thomas. Oh, they leave him wide open, and had his shot blocked away. He got the ball back, but Jordan some varsity minutes here late in this third quarter of action. Just the 4th game of the year for the sophomore, Jordan Curtis. Less than a minute to go, third quarter, Valley by 28. Thomas sends it left wing, Garrett, trying to go off the Melton screen. Ball knocked away. It'll go out of bounds. Cole Cooper, the official, Cole thought the official picked up the ball before it officially went out of bounds. Cole looked over at Coach Leachman to say, hey, he grabbed the ball before I did. It'll stay with Cannelton. Here's Thomas. Down the corner to Davis. He lost the handle, and Gilmore, who's back in there. And they will put this one on Davis. That'll be his second. Just the third on Cannelton. So it'll be out of bounds to the Hawks. And if they choose, they can play for the final shot of the quarter with 25 seconds to go. Curtis bounces away to McElfresh. Trenton deep on the perimeter, being harassed. Works it around now to Isaac Carnes. Had it poked away from behind, and we're going to get a foul here on Dakota Davis once again. That'll be his third, 4th team foul. And now with just 16 seconds to go here in the quarter, and the Hawks comfortably in front by 28 at 52-24 on the Fast Eddie's board. Michael Eastman spending a 30-second timeout to draw up a play he wants his team to run. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. And as always, we're grateful to our good friends at Chicago's for providing the Q100 sports staff with another terrific pie. Very enjoyable on the trip down here from French Lick to enjoy a little bit of hospitality from Chicago's. Don't forget, we'll be back with you again tomorrow night. The Hawks returning home after a 22-day absence. Tell City Marksman coming to town, and That will be a significantly bigger test for the Hawks than what they faced from the Cannelton Bulldogs here tonight. So we'll see if Valley elects to play for the final shot of this third quarter. 16 seconds to go. They lead by 28. Isaac Carnes to play it in. Gets it underneath the McElfresh. In heavy traffic, had his shot rejected. Javon Gilmore retrieves it. Throws it out now to McElfresh. He lost it. Shovels it off to Isaac Carnes. In loaded Javon, who throws it up no good. Tip up no good. And now we're going to get a rebounding foul here, and I think it's going to be on Cannelton with 3.8 seconds left. And, yeah, they're going to put it on Rafe Garrett. That'll be his third. And the 15th foul, so Valley has a little less than 4 seconds to get a shot off before the end of the quarter. Isaac gets it into McElfresh, who fakes underneath the Javon, who kicks it off to Cooper, and Valley will not get the shot off before the end of the quarter. But they add to their lead, up by 19 after 3. They'll head to the fourth, up 28. 52-24, Hawks after 3 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. We're back with the fourth quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. Check out the daily special and our 6 different flavors of cappuccino, and pick up a Marathon credit card application. Save money at the pump with the Jones Reward Card at Valley Marathon.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Jackson Land. Hear every dribble, pass, and shot of Blackhawk basketball on the sports voice of the Valley, Q100.
With our statistician, LaShawn Tutt, Mike Hamilton at the Cannelton Community Center, where we start the fourth quarter as Isaac Carnes drives into the lane, puts up a jumper that comes up short, rebound grabbed by Flores. He comes back the other way, runs over a defender, missed the shot, but the offensive rebound grabbed by a freshman who's in there, Dylan Young, and he gets fouled. So the rookie will have a chance to earn some points at the free throw line. The foul call on Isaac Carnes, his first. And Dylan Young at the free throw line cannot get the first one to go. Cannelton now 5 out of 11 at the line. Leading scorers for Cannelton, Dakota Thomas off the bench has 9. For Valley, Christian Tucker has 18. I'm sure his night is pretty much going to be done. Second free throw is good to make it 52-25. More new faces in there for the Hawks. In addition to Jordan Curtis, Cole Cooper, Trent McElfresh, Javon Gilmore. Ammon Acup is checked in now for the first time, the 5'11 sophomore, at 2 a game. And they tried to go on the high post to Javon, and reach-in foul there called on Chris Mafia. That is his second. 16 fouls, so Valley will be in the penalty on each succeeding foul. Posting up as McElfresh leans in, had it stuffed nicely by Rafe Garrett, but the ball knocked free right to Javon Gilmore underneath the basket, and the sophomore able to lay it in, count it, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play. 6 points in the game now for Javon. That foul call on Jose Flores is his second. And Javon finally working his way back into the varsity, making the most of his minutes here in Cannelton. Free throw is up. It would not go. Rebound battle for, and I think we're going to get a rebounding foul here on the Hawks. And they will get here, I believe, Ammon Acuff on the foul. So Ammon has his first. It's the fourth on the team. Out of bounds to Cannelton. Hawks have led by as many as 30. They have a 29-point advantage here, first minute of the fourth quarter. Valley showing zone. They work it in low to Garrett. Tries to bounce it down low, and it is knocked away by Acuff and out of bounds. It'll stay now with Cannelton. Quickly comes in now to Mafia, who misses a three, and the rebound grabbed by Javon Gilmore. Clears it off now to Jordan Curtis. Jordan back the other way. Backs it out, clears it away now to Cooper. Right side to Acuff. Hammond looks up top to Cooper. Cole drives it all the way to the left baseline. Back out of the wing to Acuff, to Curtis, around near side to McElfresh. Trenton, they leave him open, but he won't take the shot. Instead, he'll bring it back out to the wing. Off now to Curtis. Back to McElfresh, in low to Javon. Posting up, turns, can't get the shot to go. And the rebound pulled out of there by Rafe Garrett. Quickly into the front court to Flores, to Garrett, into the lane. Pull up 10-footer is too hard. And it is Curtis that comes out of there with it now for the Hawks. He'll race it the other way. Little crossover move. Had his pocket picked, though, by Flores, who takes it back in on Curtis. Puts it up and in. Nice play by Jose Flores to get the steal and the layup on the other end, his first basket. 54-27. Here's Acuff. Cross-court pass to McElfresh. Trenton cut off as he tried to drive it into the lane. Now Acuff will try a three out of the right corner. It's off target. And Garrett able to corral the rebound. Skip pass ahead to a cutting Dylan Young. And he lays it up and in. And Michael Leitsman is going to take a timeout. Even though he's got all his reserves in there, he is not liking what he is seeing out there, and he will spend a timeout. Hawks though up comfortably, 54-29 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Early fourth quarter here in Cannelton. Back with more Blackhawks basketball when we return.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Isaac Carnes. Thanks for listening to Blackhawk Basketball right here on Q100.
5:50 left here, fourth quarter from the Cannelton Community Center as the Hawks trying to go 7-0 all time on this floor, and they're that much time away from that as they lead by 25. Timeout called by Michael Leitsman, and even though he's got his reserve, there's a bad pass by Curtis, stolen away by Flores, Mafia, who comes in. And Curtis tried to get over and take the charge, but he did not. And they'll call the foul on Jordan. That'll be his first of the contest. And it will send Chris Mafia to the free throw line to shoot two. First of which is up. It is good. Trenton McElfresh out. Isaac Carnes back in. Mafia with his third point. Fires up number two and gets that one to go as well. So he's got four. And the lead for the Valley at 54-31. Deep on the left wing is Carnes. Down to the corner to Curtis. Brings it out to Carnes. Back to Jordan. He drives the baseline. Tries a reverse layup. Just threw up a wild shot. Not even close. And Cannelton comes out of there with it. To Dakota Thomas. Down to the corner it goes to Dylan Young, the freshman. Back to Thomas. He gets a return pass again from Young. Thomas has already hit 3 3-pointers. Cross court to Flores. He'll try a three out of the corner. It's no good. The rebound to Young, and Acuff poked that one out of bounds. Now Jordan Curtis out. Trenton McElfresh back in. 5:05 left as Thomas tries to go down to the corner to Davis, and that is poked away. I'm sure Michael Leitsman would not like to have to bring his starters back in there right now. getting some good rest to be ready for tomorrow night when they host Tell City. Here is Mafia, drives it into the lane, and we're going to get a reach-in foul here on the Hawks. And this one will go on Isaac Carnes. That is his second. 16 fouls now on Valley, so the next one, and Cannelton will shoot the one in bonus. Thomas looks to trigger it in now for Cannelton. Gets it down to the corner to Mafia. Another three. This one's off the rim, and Javon Gilmore corrals the weak side rebound. Off now to McElfresh, quickly into the front court. Ahead to Isaac Carnes, who takes it in, banks it off the window, and in. Nice move by Isaac Carnes, floating in from the left wing. He's got his first basket, and the Hawks lead by 25 now at 56-31 with 4.5 minutes remaining. Mafia left side, bounces away to Thomas. Goes back on the far side to Mafia, back to Thomas. Clears it away to Davis, roars it down the lane, got away with a travel, threw up a prayer, missed it. Rebound grabbed underneath by Clayton White, a 6'2 freshman, and he draws the foul as he tries to put it back up and in. And again, even though Valley has their reserves in, Michael Leitsman not going to be happy with the fact that they didn't check out better. Foul call is on Javon Gilmore. That's his fourth. As White, averaging 1.6 a game as a freshman, drops home the free one. Now Jordan Curtis checks back in. Second free throw good as well, as White has his first 2 points. And it's 56-33. Valley nearing the halfway point of this final quarter. Carnes, baseline to Acuff, cross-courts it to McElfresh on the wing to Curtis, into the lane, pull-up jumper, good! Jordan Curtis, his first point since way back early in the season, as he was able to penetrate into the lane and pull up for the short jumper. He's got two, and the lead for Valley back to 25 at 58-33. Here's a long three by Davis, no good. And another rebound for Javon Gilmore, and he is fouled before he could get it off to a guard. And that will put him on the free throw line, as they will nail Peyton White on this personal for Cannelton, his second. And that'll be the 8th team foul. So Javon, who has missed his only free throw attempt thus far, will have a one in bonus here. And he fires this one up. Got it. 7 now for Javon Gilmore in his return to the varsity for the Hawks. And obviously the young man lobbying for more PT. Second free throw, this one would not go, and Rafe Garrett grabs the rebound. Down to 3:38 left in this one, Valley by 26. Garrett on the left wing, goes back off to Davis. He penetrates the baseline, throws up the runner, left it short, ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it is off of Valley, and will stay with the Bulldogs. Reed will play it in. Garrett, baseline right. Takes it out to the wing. Now works it in low to Melton. Double teamed in there, and we're going to get another Valley foul. As again, the Hawks allowing the entry pass. And Melton will shoot two. I think they're going to call this one on Ammon Acuff. They do. That's his second. And the free throw by Melton is short. Valley shooting 40% through three quarters, 20 out of 50. Just 8 for 28, though, for Cannelton. That's just 29%. That one spins out, and another rebound for Javon. Still a 26-point Valley lead as Curtis roars it into the front court. Takes it to the foul line, jumps it off to Cooper. Had it knocked away, but got it back. Clears it away to Curtis. Back over on the left side to Carnes. Isaac had it knocked away, got it back. Now will drive, dumps it in low to McElfresh, who fakes, puts it up, and couldn't get it to go. And then he couldn't hang on to the rebound. A lot of contact there, but as we've seen so many times, late stages of the ball game, a big lead, officials aren't going to call a whole lot. Reed has it now for Cannelton. Gets the return pass from Garrett. Feeds it off to Davis. Back to Reed, perimeter left. Baseline to Garrett. He drives it down the lane, scoops it up. Spins off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Curtis. Jordan roars it back the other way. Hands off to Carnes, right side. Isaac hooks a pass off to McElfresh, and we're going to get another Cannelton foul here. As Valley will go back to the free throw line, and let's see who they get here on this foul. Is it Peyton White? It is. The big man inside, that'll be his third. And Isaac Carnes will shoot a one and bonus, the first of which is on target. And Isaac has his third point of the contest as the Hawks hit the 60 plateau. Second free throw short. Rebound battle for, and Garrett comes out of there with it now for Cannelton with 2:25 remaining. 60-33. Melton down low. Oh, he traveled with the ball big time. Had the shot blocked, picked up by David Reed, and then he is fouled on his putback attempt. Man, oh man. Melton took about 3 giant steps in there, and the officials let him get away with it. And instead, Isaac Carnes called for his third foul. That'll put David Reed to the free throw line. And he puts that one up, and good. That was the 9th free throw of the quarter for Cannelton. And they're about to shoot their 20th. Hawks have been to the line 13 times. Reed hits them both. He's been held to about half his average. That's just 5 for him now. Rafe Garrett has not scored since the second quarter, averaging 16 a game. He's been limited to 6. Quickly into the front court. Hawks work it down low to Javon Gilmore with a little post-up move on the left side. So Javon doing what he does best, working down low, has his 9th point. 62-36 Valley. We're inside of 2 minutes to go here in this one. Thomas works it around now to Davis. Valley's zone. Off now to Thomas again, down to the corner to low to, that is called when he turned and warded off the Valley defender, Clayton White, with his first foul. That's actually only the first turnover of Cannelton here in the fourth quarter, but they're 19th of the game. Here is Carnes, weak side pass to McElfresh, who takes it in, kisses one off the window, and in. Nice job by Trenton McElfresh. He slow to get up. Trenton with his first basket of the game. He's got his 3rd point. And boy, what you don't want to have happen here is anybody getting hurt. And now Trenton kind of limping over to the bench. He's kind of feeling that left ankle. So let's hope that is nothing serious, and he'll be back ready to go. 64-35. Hawks have built the lead back up to 29 now. They have led by as many as 30. That was at 51-21. Flores, left side, up top now to Davis. Works it around to Thomas. Now he cross-courts the pass to Flores, to Davis, back to Flores. Fakes the 3. Skips it off now to Davis again. Tip pass, but Flores gets it. Cross-courts it now to Thomas. Now he's going to launch another 3. This one would not go, and Cole Cooper able to grab the rebound, and he's going to get tied up, and the arrow pointing Cannelton's way. 60 seconds left in this one as the Hawks will end their 2-game losing skid. They'll pick up their 11th victory of the year. Cannelton about to drop to 5-14. Here is Thomas down to the corner to Davis, roars in, puts up the shot, blocked away, picked up now by Javon Gilmore. Off now to Jordan Curtis. Curtis into the front court to Cooper. And now what do we have? Another foul, I think, here. Now the whistle blows, and the official coming over and talking here with Dakota Davis. I think he shoved off there on Cole Cooper. And the official saying, hey, we don't need any of that extracurricular activity. Davis will pick up his 4th. So the 10th team foul, so Cole Cooper, 3 points on the night, will be up there to shoot a pair, the first of which he's able to rattle home. And the Hawks have the lead back up to 30. That matches their biggest of the night. They won 69-34 in French Lick last year. And that one skips off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Javon Gilmore. And are they going to call Javon on the foul? I think they are, yep. And that's going to spell the end of the night for Javon. But not without a terrific effort by the sophomore. He has definitely been working hard and earned some varsity minutes tonight. And I think based on his performance, as he finishes with 9 and a half a dozen rebounds, we're going to see a lot more of him as the season moves along. Clayton White at the free throw line to shoot 2, the first of which bounces off the front of the rim. Just 44 seconds remaining in this one, as the Hawks about to go 7-0 all time here in this building. And that one would not go. Rebound Thomas back up, no good. Acuff able to yank down the rebound now for the Hawks as they'll continue to use some more time on the clock. Here is Acuff. He is the only one who has not scored out of the 11 that have been used tonight. Let's see if they try to get to him. He's got it down to the corner, and he will have his opportunity here as a reach-in foul here called, I think, on Dakota Davis, and that'll be his 5th foul of the contest. So he will depart now with 25 and 2/10 seconds remaining, and it will give Ammon Acuff an opportunity to have all 11 players in the game now score for the Hawks, and that's always a special feat to accomplish. So Davis fouls out. He is replaced by Bryce Falkenberg, a 6'2 sophomore. And let's see if Ammon can hit either one or both of these, as the first one up, good! And everybody has scored now for the Hawks, as Ammon, I believe, we'll check the stats here. That might be his first ever varsity points. And he got that one to go as well. So Ammon at the free throw line makes it 67-35 with 20 seconds remaining in the contest. Skip pass in low, ball knocked away, grabbed by Flores, clears it away to Young. He drives the baseline, cut off by Acuff, off now to Flores, down to the corner to Young. 9 seconds left to go in the contest. In low it goes to White. He turns, he scoops it up and got it. Peyton White has his 4th point. 1 second to go. The horn will sound, and it's going to be an even 30-point victory here tonight for the Springs Valley Blackhawks. They only led by 5 at the end of the first quarter, but a 17-3 run in the second quarter put this one decidedly in favor of the Hawks, and they coast in the second half on their way to a solid victory here tonight. The Valley now 11-4 on the year, 4-2 away from home. Their 2-game losing streak is now a thing of the past. Meanwhile, Cannelton drops to 5-14 on the year, 2-6 now here at home. They've now dropped 3 straight, and the Hawks spoil homecoming activities for the Bulldog faithful here tonight. We'll be back to recap all of tonight's action in a moment. The final score here this evening from the Cannelton Community Center. On the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard, the Springs Valley Blackhawks 67, the Cannelton Bulldogs 37. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Mom, now that I'm back in school, I get to see all of my old friends and make new ones. Julie is my new BFF.
Best friend forever?
Well, yes, and she goes to Research Chiropractic Center, too.
That's nice. Does she have scoliosis like you?
No, she said chiropractic is just good for kids.
Well, I guess she's right.
She said just yesterday she was texting and not watching where she was walking and hit her head and hurt her neck pop. But she told her mom, and her mom said, time to see Dr. Lolita at Research Chiropractic Center. So, Mom, is it time for my next appointment yet?
I'll have to check.
I know the phone number. It is 812-723-2277.
Yes, I know. Maybe I'll make one for the both of us.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
Just as the game of basketball appeals to all ages, the same can be said of your dining experience at 33 Brick Street. Steaks are at 33 Brick Street Premium, featuring only the choicest premium cuts of USDA-certified Angus beef. But 33 Brick Street doesn't stop there. Try their mouth-watering ribs, pork chops, grilled mahi-mahi, the bird, a smothered classic chicken breast, or the Hall of Fame burger with a full pound of meat. The only tough thing about coming into 33 Brick Street is deciding what to order. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, where you get good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. Check out the daily special and our 6 different flavors of cappuccino, and pick up a Marathon credit card application. Save money at the pump with the Jones Reward Card at Valley Marathon.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Cole Cooper, and you're listening to Blackhawk Basketball on Q100.
Back we come to the Cannelton Community Center, where the Springs Valley Blackhawks have just put the finishing touches on a 30-point victory over the Cannelton Bulldogs, 67-37, the final score on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks started out of the gate strong with the first 9 points, but hit a bit of a lull there toward the latter stages of that first quarter, but really picked things back up in the second quarter and really did it defensively, as Cannelton only scored 3 points, all from the free throw line in that second quarter. Meanwhile, the Hawks were able to build a 19-point halftime lead, and then after surrendering the first basket to Cannelton to the third quarter, the Hawks scored the next 13 to jump the lead up to 30, and that was, for all intents and purposes, the contest, as Valley pretty much in the fourth quarter used all their reserve as they outscored Cannelton 15-13 there in the fourth quarter, and the final margin turns out being the biggest margin the Hawks enjoyed here this evening. Let's take a look at the scoring of the game for Cannelton. They're now 5-14 on the year, 3-9, or make that 2-6 here at home. They've lost 3 straight. They're 0-7 all time against the Springs Valley Blackhawks. They had nobody in double figures. They actually had a player off the bench lead them tonight. That was Dakota Thomas. He had 3 threes in the game for a total of 9. Rafe Garrett chipped in with 6, but he was held scoreless in the second half. He's their leading scorer at 16 a game, so he was held to less than half his average by Valley. 5 points from David Reed. He was below his average of 9 a game. They got 4 each from Chris Mafia and Clayton White. Dylan Young, off the bench in the fourth quarter, had a basket and a free throw. 2 points each for Ethan Melton, Jose Flores, and Dakota Davis to round up the scoring. Only Peyton White, who got into the game for Cannelton, did not score. We'll go over Valley's scoring here in a moment, but first let's bring in head coach Michael Lietzman. And coach, a fast start for the guys. Kind of hit a lull there toward the end of that first quarter, but then really clamped down, I thought, defensively. Cannelton only had 3 free throws in the second quarter there, and I thought that was the period that you really started to take control of this game.
Yeah, I thought we played really well. The big thing that stuck out to me was execution. You know, they ran their plays really well, and they were aggressive. They found the open guy. We made all the right basketball plays. We locked in. You know, I thought we did a great job on both ends, and I was really impressed with how Ryan Towle rebounded the basketball that first half. It was good to see him go after the boards like that. Jackson Land was being aggressive, and we're always better when he's aggressive. Braden and Christian were making shots, and Zach Carnes did a great job of attacking downhill. And like we have all year, those 3 bench players came in and gave us really, really good minutes again. So, you know, I was really pleased with the effort, really pleased with the execution, and our body language was great. So those are all improvements, and really, I mean, there's very little. I don't know if there's any bad thing I can say about them. They played a really good team game there.
I was going to say, and you had such a big lead. You had the luxury of playing some more of your guys off the bench going a little bit deeper, finally able to get Javon Gilmore in now, and I know this young man has been working hard to kind of get back to where he has been, certainly, and I thought he gave you good minutes, as did a lot of the other guys as well.
Yeah, Javon gave us really good minutes. He's been working hard. He's been improving every day, just like everybody else has been, and he got a shot tonight, and I thought he did most of it. I thought he played really well that second quarter, and it flowed pretty well, you know. So really, we can plug anybody in. They're all really good players. They're all really good teammates. They're all gonna feed off each other. So that's the good thing about this team. It's easy to work guys in because everybody feels comfortable playing with each other. They're good teammates, and that makes things a lot easier.
Rafe Garrett, their leading scorer, you held him to just 6 points tonight, less than half of his average. At times, are those conscious efforts to really try to go after those guys, or again just trying to shut down Cannelton as a team?
Well, you know, we point out who their best scorers are and who they look for the most, and you know, we usually put our best defenders on them. But really, we just focus on good team defense, and we switch so much anyway. You're going to be guarding somebody that you're not originally matched up with. So we all play really good team defense, and really it's a combination of having good defenders to put on those best players, but it's a big part just because these guys take pride on defense. They like to get stops, and anytime you take pride on defense and you have the effort that we display, you're going to be tough to score on. So I think you can just credit our overall team defense for those guys not reaching their averages. Now tomorrow night we'll see, you know, with the Beard kid, you know, we got to do a good job on him. He's a really good scorer, but we just got to trust our team defense.
I don't know if you would say that Christian Tucker was kind of maybe in a mini slump or not, but it was good to see him kind of get things going and lighting it up early. And sometimes, you know, you get those first 2 or 3 shots to go. Not only does it help that individual, but it helps the rest of the team. And I thought he really helped kickstart this team tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he was in a slump. I thought we were all in a slump. I thought we all were kind of out of it last weekend. It wasn't his game at all. So we had no issues, no worries about him coming in and playing good tonight. That's just what he does. He comes in and competes every night. Practice, games, doesn't matter. He competes, and he's a joy to coach because of his competitiveness, and he's going to keep bringing that. I would say we were in a slump as a team, but definitely not him. But he got off to a good start. But if you watch, we set really good screens. You know, we notice our passing and that's an unselfish play, an obvious one. But setting good screens is about as unselfish as a play as you can have. And we did a really good job setting screens and getting each other open and using our screens. And anytime anybody puts the ball in the basket, you know, you get a little pep in your step, you know, and you get back on defense a little bit quicker and play defense a little bit harder. So anytime you get off to a good start and hit some shots early, it just improves your overall game.
Boy, won't it be nice for the first time in 3 weeks not to have to jump on a bus and go somewhere tomorrow night?
Yes, that would be great. I'm glad to be back at home tomorrow night, and hopefully we have a great crowd because we're playing a really good Tell City team, and it's going to be a battle. I'm looking forward to it. Been looking forward to this one for a while. They got some good players. They got a good team, and it'll be a fun one tomorrow night.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the visit here. Congratulations on the win. Good to. It's only a 2-game losing streak, but I don't know. Sometimes kids can magnify that a little bit, but you talked about no worries. Good last couple of days of practice, and I thought it showed tonight, and now we'll see if they can bounce back again tomorrow night.
Yeah, you know, we're kind of back in a routine. We've been going to school every day. Practice has been normal again. We're getting back in the flow of things. Keep the snow away for us, and we'll keep grinding. We'll keep getting better. We'll keep working at it. This is a great group, and they're going to keep improving.
I'll guarantee the snow to stay away at least through tomorrow. After that, you're on your own.
Sounds good.
Coach, thanks for the visit. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That is Michael Lietzman, the head coach of the Springs Valley Blackhawks, joining us here as the Hawks win it by 30, 67-37 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. We'll take a quick break and continue with more of our post-game activities from Cannelton High School in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
It's 2018. Is your 2018 New Year's resolution to find or refinance your forever home? Will you start planning for retirement? Are you preparing to open a business? If so, Springs Valley's team is here to enhance your financial quality of life. Visit svbt.com, call 800-843-4947, or stop by any of our banking centers to learn more about the many products and services Springs Valley has to offer. Let Springs Valley Bank and Trust make 2018 your best financial year yet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Attention cord cutters. Have you switched to streaming TV services only to discover your internet speed isn't cutting it? Make your streaming TV experience seamless with Smithville's fiber internet, the best for streaming TV, movies, videos, and more. Smithville Fiber is prepared for today's technology as well as whatever tomorrow brings. Be more than a cord cutter. Be on the cutting edge of internet. Visit switchtosmithville.com today to learn more or call us at 800-742-4084.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Christian Tucker. Now back to more Blackhawk basketball with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
Hawks win big tonight by 32, by 30. They actually had a 32-point lead. I think they may have erroneously stated that the final score was their biggest margin. They actually were up 67-35 before a late basket by Clayton White cut that back to 30 at the end of the contest. Before we talked with Coach Leachman, we ran over the Cannelton scoring. Let's go over it now for the Hawks. Now 11-4 on the year, up to 4-2 now, away from the Hawks' Nest. Their two-game losing streak is now history, and they are 7-0 all time against Cannelton as they win their 9th straight against the Bulldogs overall. A lot of balance tonight. Christian Tucker leading the way in essentially probably about 2.5 quarters worth of work tonight. Scores 18 points. He had 4 3-pointers in the contest, and he helped get Valley out of the gate strong. He had 8 points there in that first quarter as Valley led by 5. They didn't have anybody else in double figures, but they were close. Braden Whitaker finishes with 9, and again, keep in mind, these guys, most of these guys playing 3 quarters or less here tonight. So 9 out of Braden, 8 from Jackson Land. Another terrific effort. We can't forget Javon Gilmore off the bench. He had 9 in the contest as well before he fouled out late in the contest. So look for him to factor into the rotation a little bit more for the Hawks as the season moves along. Ryan Tao had 6 this evening, 4 from Cole Cooper on a basket and 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Trenton McElfresh, a basket and a foul shot for 3. Ditto for Isaac Carnes. And then Ammon Acuff is first. Well, I was going to figure that out, and then I got distracted here. So let me see if I can find my stat sheet here. Yes. No, Ammon has scored already this year, so those were not his first ever varsity points. As he had 2, and then Jordan Curtis had been kind of benched on the varsity play for a couple of games, but he saw some significant minutes tonight, and he had a basket for 2 as well. So all 11 players that Michael Leachman used tonight score for the Hawks. Always fun when everybody can get into the scoring column as the Hawks win big here tonight. They led 18-13 after 1, 35-16 by halftime, 52-24 after 3, and go on to the 30-point victory at 67-37. The numbers looking this way: Valley shoots 41% for the game on 25 out of 61, 18-41, 43% from 2-point range. Not bad from 3-point range, 7 out of 20 for 35%. They were 59% at the foul line on 10 out of 17. I'm sure Coach Leachman would like to see that a tad bit better. But again, defense, the key is they held Cannelton to just 23% shooting tonight, 11 of 48 overall, only 8 of 36 from inside the arc, 3 of 12, 25% from three-point territory. And as I said, 11 out of 48 overall. 12 of 22 at the free throw line for the Bulldogs. That's 55%. And a big discrepancy in turnovers tonight where Valley only made 7 mistakes. Cannelton had 19 giveaways in the contest. Put it together, and it's a big Springs Valley victory, when they were expecting to get, certainly, and again, a team that Valley could possibly see in sectional 64 play that will get underway some 5 weeks or so from tonight. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the Salad Bar Lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. Don't forget, tickets for the girls' basketball sectional at Wood Memorial are on sale, $10 for the entire tourney. And you can pick those up in the high school office on Monday or Tuesday. Don't forget the Lady Hawks open sectional 64 play Tuesday evening. It's the only game that night as they take on the Tecumseh Braves. 7:30 Eastern Time, the scheduled start. Our broadcast coverage there will begin at about 6:10 as 4 other teams look to dethrone the defending sectional champions, the Lady Trojans of Wood Memorial High School. Don't forget, we'll have high school basketball coming your way again tomorrow. Hawks will finally get back home, and they will welcome in the Tell City Marksmen. So for the second straight night, a Perry County school providing the opposition. JV action tonight. Valley wins it handily, defeating Cannelton 45 to 27. Here tonight, though, the Hawks scored the first 9 points of the game, and even though Cannelton cut it to 5, Valley would pull away as they held Cannelton to just 3 free throws in the second quarter, and then a 13-0 run early third quarter put this one away as the Hawks win handily by 30. They improved to 11-4 on the year. Cannelton falls to 5-14. Bulldogs will have a chance to beat their first public school and their first Indiana school tomorrow as they host the Medora Hornets, and as we said, Valley hosting Tell City tomorrow night. More on that in just a moment. As always, we're grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home, car, business, wherever you might be tuning in, and we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we've received from our participating schools, so we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Springs Valley and Cannelton High Schools. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast as much as it has been our pleasure and privilege to bring it to you. And we'll be back with us again tomorrow night as the Hawks host the Tell City Marksmen. Tip-off set for 7:30 with broadcast coverage to begin at 7:15. For our studio engineer this evening, Adam Hole, and for our statistician tonight, LaShawn Tutt, this is Mike Hamilton bidding you a fond and pleasant farewell from the Community Center here in downtown Cannelton, where tonight's final score on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard was the Springs Valley Blackhawks 67, the Cannelton Bulldogs 37. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Sports Voice of the Valley thanks you for listening to tonight's presentation of Springs Valley Boys High School basketball. It's been brought to you by Reeser Chiropractic in Paoli, the natural way to good health. 33 Brick Street, good food and a legendary atmosphere in downtown French Lick. Springs Valley Bank and Trust with offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper. Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, and by Smithville Fiber, now offering DSL and fast internet service to customers, another way to serve you better. High school basketball presentation of Q100 Sports. You can best show your appreciation for this broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsors. You're listening to your power station for sports, Q100 WFLQ French Lick.